Alright, now I'm going to do a review on a knife I've had for a while. I did an overview of it 2 or 3 months ago, and I've gave it some pretty good time, and I've used it a lot. You know, you see me use it on camera on some of my videos, but I use it a lot off of videos. And it's this. It's the Rich V. It's a Woodlore clone knife. You know, I got this. It's a guy off eBay. Seems Rich, I guess is his name, I would assume, but it's Rich V. Some close-ups of this thing. All right, here we go. Knife. Got the Coke bottle handles. Very comfortable. And double thick liners in there. So now my only complaint that I have, which is my fault, so if you can see her right there. See right there. Got a little roll. It's the only place that it has on it. It's just a tiny bit. It's not that big a deal. It's my fault that happened. It's banging on some fat wood. Piece that was like rock hard. Just kind of banged on it, went click, click, click. And just to hear it, you know, just like that, bap, bap, bap. And it did that. So, but it's actually smoothed out. Can't even really feel it. You can see it a little bit, but you can't really feel it. And over time, it'll smooth out. But yeah, it's got Desert Ironwood handles. It's 8 inch thick, or pretty close to it, something like that. And it's 01 tool steel. Scandinavian grind. Very sharp, very sharp. At first, I didn't think I was going to like these extra thick scales on them, you know, because, or the extra thick liners in them, because I thought, man, those are going to be too huge, you know, too big. But man, it actually fits in the hand good. I'm glad they're in there, because after having it and holding it, if they were smaller for this knife, it would be too thin of a handle, I think. This gives you an actual good grip on this thing. But a couple feather sticks, you know, some shavings. I mean, this thing does good. It's a very nice knife. So my overall impressions of it so far, after having it and using it quite often for 3 or 4 months, is excellent. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And even though, you know, it's not one that I'm going to beat on, because it's just not one that I'm going to go out and, you know, baton anything with, except very small pieces, you know. Very small pieces of wood I would do it with, but man, the cedar smells good. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. And you know, it only, you know, I paid $150 for it. And he's an eBay seller. I'll have to check him out and see if he's got his own site up yet. I recommend that he gets his own website up and running, because he wants to break into the knife business. But he's you know, a lot of people have, you know, loves this stuff. You know, and one of the things is that you can have a good knife without being expensive. That's one of the things that bothered me. There's a lot, I've looked at a lot of these before I got this, because I just love this type of knife. It's a great bushcraft knife. And the design is, you know, from, what's his name? Ray Mears. Ray Mears is the one who designed the Woodlore knife, and a lot of people use them now. So, but it piece of fat wood here. So I really like it, you know. But there's a lot of knife makers out there making these, is what I was going to say. Is there's a lot of knife makers out there making these, and it's just ridiculous some of the prices they're charging for this. You know, I can see a good knife being 200 bucks. I can see that, you know, even though that's a little high still for us poor folks. But if it's a good knife, it would be worth it. You know, one that'll last you a lifetime. You can pass on down and things like that and get a lot of use out of it. And it is windy. Wow. Goes on my curls. But you know, there's a lot of good knife makers out there. I'm interested in a few others. There's, you know, Bushcraft 1973 makes some. I think it's RJ. I have to think of his name. But you know, there's Maple House Bushcraft Knives also does fantastic work. Wish I had the money to buy some more, because I'd buy some off these guys, because they do great work. And I don't think that they're you know, depends on how you outfit them and everything with your mosaic pins and all that stuff. Would it be more expensive? You know, I'm more of a utilitarian guy. As much as those would be nice to have a nice knife like that from those guys, you know, a nice custom knife, I want a knife I'm going to use. And that's kind of the deal I am with this, because you know, my knives are tools and all that. So this also has a 90-degree spine on it. Striking ferro rod with it, or, you know, getting some quick fine shavings. I've noticed on this knife that this side of it right here, right up to about here, is not quite as sharp as this side of it is. Both sides in the front are a little sharper for striking the ferro rod, but I found that if I go up with that side, I can get better shavings than I can when I'm going down, even though I can get shavings going down. But you know, you can always sand that out a little bit. But so give it a try here on the ferro rod. So you know, so it does work. Like I said, this side is a little sharper. The front of it, tip of it, really is very sharp with that. So it's a very good knife, and I'm very happy with it. You know, so it's just my actual final review of it. You know, I did an overview of it, but after using it for a while now, it is a great knife. I'll put a link to his eBay store on there. He's got several different options, designs. I love it, you know. Like I said, that was my fault right there. No biggie. It doesn't affect its performance. I mean, like I said, I've already done, when I've sharpened it up, I can't even tell that it's there. So, except for just a little visual thing, but I can't even feel it anymore. And over time, excuse me, over time it will it'll sand out too. So, but yes, very nice knife. Very nice knife. If you want a Woodlore, and I have to thank Matt from Black Hat Bushcraft, because he's the one that actually turned me on to this guy and told me where he got one of his. And I liked it so much, I ended up buying one. So, but anyway, there you go. Hope that review helps. And like I said, I love it. Keep it heavy.